Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to have you all over here for the evening of a fantastic LMAi event again today. Thank you for being here so early, and let's start this lovely program today. Dear respected audience, it gives me a great pleasure as the Honorary Secretary of LMAi to extend a hearty welcome on behalf of LMAi to all you gathered here for this important event, a panel discussion on insights and innovation, navigating the future of labels in India, which is the buyer's perspective. The world is changing at a very rapid pace, and with it, the way we do business is also evolving. Labels have become the integral part of our everyday life. They not only give information about the product, but also play a critical role in branding and marketing. As buyers, markets are more discerning, and expectations from labels have evolved. Customers seek labels that are aesthetically pleasing, informative. Besides, they want some eco-friendly and easy to dispose. Most importantly, they have to be innovative and engaging too. As my friend and classmate from school, currently he is the global CEO of Procter & Gamble, Mr. Sailesh Jajurikar, in one of his events said, it's really about picking up the consumer understanding, seeing how consumer lives are changing, and then being able to innovate for that. A very important aspect in innovation is build a culture of constructive disruption, which requires the willingness to change and look at new trends that will shape the future of the industry. The best way to manage disruption is to lead it. This importance of innovation and working towards a constructive disruption in labeling is what brings us here today. The insights and innovations discussed here will be critical in shaping the future of labels in India, from creating new ways of displaying information to reducing the environmental impact of packaging. I would like to express my gratitude to everyone here and to the sponsors, without which this event wouldn't have been possible. I'm sure the discussions here will be thought-provoking and informative and bring new ideas that will help us navigate the future of labels in India. And I heartily welcome all of you. I would first like to introduce our speaker, the platinum speaker, Mr. Keval Karani, who has been active in the label stock manufacturing since 2017 through his company DD Labels, and was founded by Kishore Karani in 2003. He's a graduate from KG Somaiya College, postgraduate diploma holder from Wallinga Institute, and a BE from SIES Graduate School of Technology. So I welcome Mr. Keval to please come and give his presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jaydeep, for this opportunity. So it is very important for us to know where the future of label is and where our industry is going. So I'll present you my presentation. Okay. Thank you. So our label industry is growing day by day, and it will still grow because each and every product requires label. Without label, the product is nothing. Without packaging, our product is nothing. It does not have any value. So the label market is growing 5.3% year-on-year basis, and Indo-Pacific will see the highest growth. And top 3 countries will be the highest player in the market for the label industry. It will contribute 25 to 30% of the market. And you know who are top 3. So India is not in top 3, but it will be in top 3 soon. So it's USA, China and India. And I'll tell you in types of labels, there are pressure sensitive labels, shrink sleeve, wet glue labels and IML. So pressure sensitive label has the highest growth. It is 70%. It consumes 70% of the market. IML is growing very fast, but still it is at 8% of the market. And shrink and stretch is at 12%. Now the sectors in which the label is growing in the highest. So food and beverages is the highest growth. Food and beverages is 55%. Cosmetics is 17%, home care is 15%, and e-commerce is growing very largely. It is going to 10%. E-commerce is growing at a high rate because of the online platform that we are seeing. Okay, now I'll tell you about the smart labels. This is the future of the labels. In fact, many people have already started implementing this. So the project is track and trace. So each and every label has a cost, and your inventory has also a cost. The inventory is also a cost for you. So in track and trace, let's say if you implement RFID in the label, you can track each and every product from your warehouse to production unit to let's say dispatch, from dispatch to the distributors as well. So it is very important. You can check within few seconds you can get the stock of your let's say distributor as well. So you can check what is the fast moving item, what is the slow moving item, and as per that you can plan what we should make it and what should be the less in production. So this is the major thing, track and trace. It comes with IT, so software and label. So software is blooming and label is also on the top edge. So we are working hand in hand. We are giving track and trace solutions as well. So next is a freshness indicator. So you can use some special inks or anything. So it can check the freshness of the material, or the material is kept in proper temperature or not. Even the customers can check if the material is in proper temperature or it should be it is exposed to some other thing or anything. Second is feel the product. So you can feel the product. There are new things in the market that you should always explore. For example, let's say there is a deodorant, and if you want to smell it without testing, the label comes with you have to rub the label and you can check the smell of the material. You can check what smell the deo will be, or it is suitable for you or not. The same case is in chocolates. You can just rub it and you can check if the chocolate can be smelled, how the smell of the chocolate is. The most important part is sustainability. So in sustainability, the customers are ready to pay extra as well. I have seen the customers are asking for sustainable products, recyclable products. So most important thing is wash off labels. So in wash off labels at certain temperature, the label comes off along with the adhesive and the bottle can be reused. This is called reverse packaging. So you can reuse the bottle. If you want, we can reuse the bottle. If the customer wants, he can reuse it in innovative ways like that. The biggest issue in our packaging industry is pilferages. The thing is, it goes from one warehouse to another warehouse. Between that, there are chances that it will get pilferage or duplicacy. There are 100% chances that the material will get duplicated. So we have solution of security labels. If the security labels are, if you put security labels, even if they try to remove the material from the box, there will be a void sign or the label will tear off directly. So if the label tear off, we will come to know that this has been handled by someone else. Now this is artificial intelligence. You can check, this is also again a software. You can check by scanning the bottle itself, you can get some options like what materials, how can you use this material, with what you can use, the recipes can be given, you can even customize it, and you can turn it to your feedback page. So once they can give you the feedback directly by scanning the product itself. So it's artificial intelligence is amazing and it is the future along with the label. So my company is DD Label. It was founded in 2003 by Mr. Kishore Karani, and we are self-adhesive label stock manufacturer. We have films as well as we do silver paper, chromo, each and everything. We do wash off. Now we are with the software company. So with software company we are in together. We are doing track and trace project and artificial intelligence as well for the label. So we are there for development. We are well equipped. We supply label stock to pan-India and global level as well. We provide customized solution as per your requirements and as per your substrates. Different substrates we can supply you the material. So we can meet at Label Expo. Our stall is A3. We can always meet and have a tea session there. Okay, thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I would now request Mr. Vinod Vazapalli. He's the CEO of Jindal SMI Coated Products, which is a part of BC Jindal Group. A mechanical engineer by education, he has silver years of experience in corporate India, starting his journey from automotive industry, transitioning to pharma, engineering and consumables, then to textile engineering and finally into packaging. Here I can stop. He was a part of the self-adhesive label industry and now he's gone into the backward integration of supplying label stock. He has a domain experience of international business handling, Asia Pacific, Latin America, North America and Europe, basically globally. And he is additionally armed with the MDP program from LMAi Mumbai and a program on lean manufacturing from Mahindra & Mahindra FES division. Mr. Vinod, I would request you to come on stage. He's a super orator. Now I know where it comes from.
Hello. Respected representatives of the brand, LMAi board members, and our dear friends from the converting fraternity. My name is Vinod, and I think Vivekji nicely put out that I was on the other side just before transiting out here. I was a printer handling 4 plants, so I know the pain which we all go through, and I don't have to introduce the company. You all know what SMI is. Today, we've just changed the name. It's called Jindal SMI. It's part of BC Jindal Group. We are into steel, power and polyfilms. It's a $3 billion plus dollar group. April 2022, BC Jindal Group acquired SMI, and we just recently changed our name. In this forum, because since we are talking about the future trends of packaging, I'll touch upon one specific subject, which is sustainability. On domestic front, before getting into the products, I just wanted to say, what is it that we have done within the facility to make sure that we just don't preach about sustainability, we practice it in-house. So what we have done is, today we've got a solar project which is installed in our plant, which manages 50% of our power requirement in our Ambernath facility. So, thank you. Because it took a lot of pain for us to make sure that it is functional and it's active. We are planning to convert 100% of our power requirement through solar power plant, which is currently what we are working. Currently we have 3 facilities, 2 in Mumbai, 1 slitting facility in Dubai, and that's how we serve our customers. Today we've got, as always, I don't know how many people of this crowd were present in Jaipur. We always try, Vivek, here you go. All right. So, we always try to promote the youth in our company. And here we have two young gentlemen along with me. You've got Prashant and Sterin. Prashant handles technical aspects of our sales and Sterin handles new product development. Of a lot of products which we are currently working, I remember Vivek ji asking me, and I think Noel asked me that, Vinod, you've been underground for quite a long time. What we were doing is we were trying to come up with products which will aid the market and which is more, I would say, cost friendly. I'm not saying cost effective, I would say more cost friendly. So what we have done is we've structured in a way that we've just done yesterday a live demo of a spectacular product, and I'm sure, I was just mentioning to Mr. Ghoshal, and I'm sure all the representatives from the brands would be eager to see that product. It's a brand new product that we have come up with, and we're just going to show that video, and then I'll hand over the dice to my young team members who will explain about the product. And we'll just focus on a single product now, rather than running around with different kinds of products, so that we completely focus on a single product. So can we just have the video, please?
World, consumerism has become a way of life. We're constantly bombarded with advertisements, enticing us to buy the latest and greatest. With the rise of e-commerce, shopping has never been easier. A few clicks and your desired items are at your doorstep. But this consumer frenzy comes at a cost. Our planet bears the burden of our insatiable appetite for more, which leads to an increase in waste. Although there are attempts to recycle, a significant portion of our waste still finds its way into landfills or contaminates our oceans. Plastic, in particular, is a major contributor that takes centuries to break down. Labeling materials can have a negative impact on the recycling process by causing disruptions and introducing contaminants into the recycling stream. But there's hope. This is where Jindal SMI have found an innovative solution to tackle the problem. We already have wash-off labels with paper substrate. Now we are proudly introducing a new filament label solution developed at our in-house R&D center that lets your bottle live a new life by maximizing the recyclability of bottles. By submerging the label in hot water up to 80-85 degrees Celsius, the film layer swiftly curls, leaving the adhesive intact on the label. This process ensures a pristine bottle and clear water. You can observe how the wash-off label comes off instantly in less than 10-15 seconds, without leaving any adhesive residue on the bottle. This label comes out in hot water without any additives. We are the perfect partner to address your sustainability challenges, thanks to our meticulous attention to detail, enterprising mindset, unwavering passion for results, commitment to integrity, and collaborative approach as one team. Let's work together to save our planet by partnering with us.
Thank you.
So thank you, everyone. I also know how you are equally excited, just like me, to know about this new product, and which comes under the sustainable product. So we at Jindal SMI has committed ourselves not just to deliver a product, but the product which is innovative as well as sustainable to Mother Earth. So just like you have seen in this video, the product can be reused without any and while recycling itself, we don't need to add any additives like we would say any additives, caustic soda, which would again would be again a recycling issue in ATP plants and everything. So it's just a hot water, and we also have wash off in paper substrate. Again, that works under a normal temperature and without any caustic soda. So we are proud to introduce them, and this is just a start of our product, and we have many others which is coming ahead in our bucket. So Prashant, what do you think we at Jindal SMI stands on technical front?
Thank you, Sterin. Thank you. Good evening, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Prashant, and I'm looking after the technical front of India and Middle East region. So So looking at the new product which we have launched today, this particular product, it is made on the basis of market dynamics which is there currently. If you consider this particular material, this material does not require, as correctly said by Mr. Sterling, that it does not require caustic soda and any other kind of resources, additional resources. So as this is a dynamic market, we have focused to get the recyclability or reverse integration done on the bottles, the labels which will come out of the bottles as soon as possible. Thank you guys, and we are here. If you have any queries, just reach out to us and let us know how we can take it ahead in the market. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Vinod and team Jindal SMI Coated. Good evening, everybody. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our esteemed dignitaries for today's panel discussion. With a rich experience of 18 years, please join me in welcoming AGM Packaging Advanced Engineering at Loreal for South Asia Pacific, Middle East and North Africa region. Ms. Bhadra, an alumnus of the esteemed Indian Institute of Packaging 2004 to 2006 batch, is a seasoned packaging professional. Her previous stints include reputed MNCs such as Nivea India and Marico Limited. She's an avid beauty enthusiast, which adds to the motto of her organization, and she loves connecting to people and learning more about them. In her own words, I'm passionate about connecting people to business through packaging. We welcome her. Our next panelist is Senior General Manager and Head of Packaging at Diageo India, which is a subsidiary of Diageo PLC, one of the largest alcoholic beverages manufacturing companies in the world. Mr. Sanjay Ghoshal. Mr. Ghoshal is an alumnus of Presidency University, Kolkata, and a gold medalist in packaging. He is a postgraduate from Indian Institute of Packaging, Mumbai, and holds an advanced postgraduate degree in packaging from Loughborough University, UK. His previous professional engagements include working for renowned companies such as Unilever, Huhtamaki, Dr. Reddy's, and Havells in leadership positions. Today, to this platform, he brings rich experience of nearly 25 years in diverse faculties such as packaging design and development, packaging procurement, supply chain optimization, sustainability, value engineering, and brand protection. We welcome him to the event. Our next panelist today brings a wealth spanning over 36 years, Mr. Prabir K. Das. He is an alumnus of the first batch of PG students from the reputed Indian Institute of Packaging, Mumbai, 1985 to 87 batch. Mr. Das brings diverse experience in packaging design and development, technology transfer, automation, change management, standardization and harmonization, cost and quality improvement, track and trace projects related to packaging and labeling as per global standards. All of this from his stints in pharmaceutical companies, including Ranbaxy Laboratories and Mylan Laboratories. He actively shares his expertise in national and international conferences and has also contributed to many insightful articles related to packaging and labeling in leading magazines and journals. We welcome Mr. Das to this event. With a sweet experience of over 18 years, our next panelist for the evening is Senior Group Leader R&D Packaging Development LMAi region at Mondelez International, Mr. Yogesh Pamal. Mr. Pamal has handled multiple product categories from foods, confectionaries, beverages and chocolates, wherein his primary focus is packaging innovations, productivity and sustainability. armed with a wide exposure post-graduation from Indian Institute of Packaging Mumbai and an executive MBA from IIM Kolkata. He has a keen interest in knowledge sharing through national and international conferences and is also a panel member on several packaging forums. We welcome him to the event. Our next panelist who will be sharing his insights tonight is Group Manager Packaging Development in Marico India Limited, Mr. Amit Sarkar. He is an alumnus of Indian Institute of Packaging 2006-2008 batch with 15 years of experience in packaging innovation and engineering in a variety of consumer product groups, foods, personal care, healthcare and nutrition. He has amassed abundant experience in innovation, sustainability, project management, packaging process design, packaging cost modeling, packaging supply chain improvement and value engineering. His previous engagements include MTR Foods, Kraft Heinz, ITC and Lupin Pharmaceuticals. We welcome you to the event. Our final panelist for tonight is Mr. Sainath Mani, who is currently engaged with Unilever Global Design Center Home Care at Mumbai. He manages the flexible packaging and decoration portfolio for the home care category. Once again, he is an alumnus of the revered Indian Institute of Packaging 2017-2019 batch and holds an additional bachelor's degree from SIS School of Technology. His previous assignments include Constantia Flexibles, where he handled new packaging developments with a focus on sustainability and recyclability, and at ITC Limited, where he worked on developing paper-based packaging solutions, security labels and customized labels. We welcome Mr. Mani to the event. And finally, our esteemed moderator, who has successfully steered many panel discussions for LMAi and other associations, binding all the mind and material together, Mr. Harveer Sahni. He is the chairman of Weldon Ceroplast Limited, having contributed an enormous wealth of 46 years to the labeling industry. In 2017, he was the first recipient of LMAi Award for Lifetime Support to Indian label industry. In September 2022 at Chicago, USA, Mr. Sahni was conferred the R. Stanton Avery Global Lifetime Achievement Award in recognition of his relentless services. He has penned over 240 articles about this industry through his blog, Self-Adhesive Labels Industry in India and the World, and website labelsandpackagingworld.com. He will soon be publishing his book on the Indian label industry. We invite Mr. Sahni to take us all through today's panel discussion with his perceptive questions, leaving us all with several takeaways as we navigate into the future of labels in India.
Thank you, Sandhya. Yeah, this is working, yes. What an august audience we have over here. Some of the biggest printers, some of the biggest suppliers, and what an eminent panel. I think we need to get everybody. I'm very happy I've been a part of this planning anyway. And since we are going to talk about the future of labels, navigating insights and innovations, navigating the future of labels in India. I think before we go to that, let's see what is the journey we traversed. Labels, earliest labels probably were the tags tied around the product, the neck of a bottle or something like that. But then came the wet glue labels or the glue applied labels. And they kept on transforming. When self-adhesive came in, it took away a major part of the label industry and stayed there for a long time. And then came the wraparound labels, the in-mold labels, the heat transfer labels, shrink sleeve, screen on product, digital on label, and the rest, these guys will tell us where we are going in the future. And as far as the printing technologies go, it started, as far as roll labels are concerned, which the LMAi is all about, and they started with the smaller 4 to 5 inch presses coming from eastern part of the world. I think Mr. Chedda here will probably know his part of that history also. So that's small, and those presses used to run 4 to 5 meters per minute. And today we have crossed probably 200 and 250 meters per minute. So it's all changed like that. And from the very narrow web flatbed presses, and they were printing word flatbed like a rubber stamp. You know, there was flatbed printing. Then came the intermittent letter presses, and it changed on to water-based flexo. Then the UV flexo came in, and then the combination presses came in, and then the combination grew to an extent where we have flexo, offset, gravure, screen, all in on a single part. And now our eminent panel will tell us what is next. I'll take a seat now. Okay. We initiate this discussion on, as you were saying, with ladies first. So, well, this is going to be with you. So we start with our theme regarding insights and innovations, navigating the future of labels in India. So my first question is, when you are looking for innovations, what are the capabilities that you expect the printers to have?
Thank you, Harveer ji, for the question, and starting with innovation. Well, decoration that plays a very big role. The perception, the value of the product, that is highly dependent on the decoration. This is the differentiating factor between the mass, premium, and the luxury brands. And in Loreal, we have all three there. Now let's talk about innovation. When we do innovation, we have three key pillars for innovation. First one is desirability, so consumer desirability, that plays a very big role. Next comes sustainability. This is our business goal, so we have to really be there with that. The third one is about affordability. Whatever the innovation that we do should be affordable for that particular segment of consumers. This is how we do it. Now innovation, how we do the industrialization. For that, we need scalability, safety, and quality. These are non-negotiable. Now let's see, when the brand wants to really have a printer or a supplier for printing, what do they really look into? We need the advancement in technology, for sure, to deliver the right quality of printing, accurate color reproduction, and with minute detailing. In Loreal, we have hair colors, where the consumers, they buy the pack seeing the shade of the hair color. They select the hair color shade based on that. So you can imagine at what level the color reproduction accuracy is important for us. So for that, definitely the high-end machines are required, and also we encourage the label suppliers to also have the hybrid combination printing processes like flexo, screen, and so on. Yeah. After decoration, this comes the innovative techniques for finishing. So this is definitely another key part so that we can really get the best of the visuals on our labels. Then sustainability, as I said, this is really very, very important for us in Loreal, what we can really do in terms of sustainability. Looking at digital printing, maybe more futuristic way, then looking at sustainable inks, sustainable metallization. As you will see, a lot of our artworks that is having metallization, because this is more the desirability part of it. But we also have sustainability as another key pillar. So how we really work on this too is really another key challenge. So we would really like to walk in that direction. Then there are a lot of other ways to really look into sustainability. This is what we look into when we look for a label printer. In India at this moment, the consumer awareness for sustainability is not really that high. Even the consumer's willingness to pay for a premium for a sustainable product is not really there. But for us in Loreal as a brand, it's really at a very, very high stake. So we encourage suppliers to really come up with more sustainable solutions, more future-ready solutions. This is what we look into. Next comes agility. We want the printers to be really, really agile. We are into the fast-moving consumer space, so definitely the turnaround time is very, very critical for us to moving forward. We also expect them to be aware of country-specific regulatory issues and regulatory, whatever the updates happens, and be future-ready with whatever the alternates required to be placed. After all, we do the innovation, we also need to do the repeat production. So definitely we also ensure that the printer is having reliable and robust quality control processes. So this is all we need when we look at innovation with our printers. Thank you.
Thank you, Koel. Any one of you would like to tell the printers what exactly you're looking at, how well they're equipped, how well they are, the design departments are there? Anybody else? You would like to say anything?
Good evening, greetings to all of you. It's wonderful to be here talking to all of you. So I think as a brand owner, or as a typically packaging industry is divided into two parts, the demand side and the supply side. So it's two sides of the same table. So sitting on the demand side of the table, there are a few things which are very, very important. I think Koel really talked about, she kind of summarized it pretty well. So a few things I wanted to add. Things which are really, really important, and any brand owner would really look forward to these in a partner like you. So the first one is what kind of quality assurance, right, system that you have. Today, quality is cost, and any rejection or any kind of defect in the market is actually a cost that is borne by first by the brand owner, then by the consumer, and then eventually it gets passed on to you, which is eventually a national loss. So I think quality is extremely important because it also affects the overall supply to the market from the brand owner's side. Right? So I think quality assurance is very important, and that's one of the primary requirements of any partner who wants to come in as a partner. So that's one. Second thing is the ability to, I mean, she talked about agility. I would talk about the speed at which you would help the brand owner to go to market, right? So these days, speed to market is extremely important. So is there a way for you to help the brand owner go really fast into the market, especially for small volumes and quick turnarounds? Because as you see, I mean, those days are gone where companies are experimenting with very large volumes with multiple markets at the same time. People are constantly prototyping and experimenting with small volumes in multiple markets in different conditions to actually understand the potential of a product and measure the overall probability of the success of that particular product. So ability to respond fast with small volumes and basically provide quicker turnarounds is also extremely important. That's the second thing. The third thing is financial stability. We are constantly looking at partners who are financially stable and do not run into issues with the bank or the financial institutions, and which eventually is a risk for the brand owner as part of the overall risk assessment matrix. So that's also very, very important. And last but not the least, I think again she mentioned it somewhere in our talk, is that what kind of innovation, I would not call it innovation. Innovation is a very loosely used term. What kind of differentiation you can provide to the brand owner to eventually create the differentiation in the market for the brand is extremely important, which basically means that what kind of capabilities you are building up, how well spread you are in terms of your geographic footprint, which means that what kind of technology footprint you have, which includes sustainability as well, because we are looking at sustainability also as one of the key measures to kind of identify the right partner. I already said last but not the least, but one point I would like to add is the compliance, right? Today, we are looking at compliance. For example, compliance to quality management system, compliant to environment management system, compliant to SEDEX, ESG. These are extremely important for a brand owner to start working with a particular partner. So these are some of the additions which I wanted to do to what Oil just said.
I think I'll start running through the questions because that way we don't even go through our them. Anyway, now this is a little strange question when we're talking about future of labels and innovation. Most labels in India use conventional substrates like semi-gloss, what you call the grimoire paper, C1S, wood-free or fit-mix substrates. How soon or if ever do you think India will use substrates like cork, fabric, jute, canvas, aluminum foil, copper foil or other non-conventional substrates? Will they use or will they never use?
Yeah, I think that time has come where the alternatives are going to show up because like for example in alcohol industry, all of us know that recently we have the two main players in the alcohol segment, Diageo and Pernod Ricard, have done away with the monocartons. So the monocartons are done, so huge branding real estate have been taken off. So then the responsibility to actually create the differentiation, create the right kind of engagement with the consumer, do the needs for sustainability squarely falls, apart from the container, it falls on the label. So I think alternate substrates like fully recycled material in labeling or labeling coming out of responsible forests or sustainable forestry are going to be, and alternate material like labels of stock coming out of agri waste are going to, or used or coming out of recycled metal or recycled plastic like RPET as a label stock is actually gaining momentum. So alternate substrates which are differentiated, which are sustainable, which are more responsible and more cost effective are going to catch up soon.
Now, I'll go on to the next question. Okay, let the youngest panelist answer this one. Flexographic printing is now a predominant technology used. In a world of various printing technologies like letterpress, flexo, screen, gravure, and digital, how do you decide what printing technology to employ in a particular label?
Okay, thanks for having me over here. It's wonderful audience over here. To answer your question, basically it depends on the 3 points what Koya has already mentioned. It's agility, its sustainability, and the desirability. So depend on the requirement, like the print finish what we are exploring, like the agility what printing process will give us just in time sort of delivery, and the sustainability angle which is attached to this will really help us in deciding which printing process would be the best one to go ahead with. There are certain like tactile effects or certain print finishes which can be only achieved through the screen printing. So having no other printing process will help us to get that sort of feel and finish. So which is why we choose to go ahead with a certain screen printing process. So I think these 3 key points which will help us to decide on the which printing process will help us.
Most of the questions that I'm asking, they're all generic. Actually, each one of you can answer them. That's not an issue, but I think we go one by one to everybody. Amit, you would like to say something on this, because this selection is, all of you have to select actually. And because this question, I think Yogesh will also have to attend, because a kid will not pick up anything that does not appeal to him. Anyway, please, Amit.
Thanks, sir. Very good evening to all of you. And thanks, LMAi, for giving this opportunity to share our brand owner perspective on this topic. Just to answer the question in terms of which level technology or the printing technology to be selected. So it is like first is basically the kind of brand in terms of it is a premium brand or it is popular or a mass level. That is the one filter. Next is on the cost, and that is basically the affordability. Third is the turnaround time. Fourth is MOQs. Between third and fourth, the turnaround time, if you need quick turnarounds, then the digital is the route which usually people go for. Then if you have larger volumes, then Flexo would be the route to choose. So, and apart from that, the technology has evolved to the extent now the hybrid presses came to the in limelight. Some of the vendors in India, they have installed hybrid presses where there is a combination of Flexo, digital and screen, almost 12-14 station machines which give you the desired output. So it is all combination of cost, affordability, sustainability put together which gives you the right result. But cost comes prime on top, rank one.
Good evening all. Thanks for giving me an opportunity to share my views. And to answer this question, I think Sainath and Amit has already covered the key drivers of selection of the material and the process. But I would like to add a bit more from a brand owner's point of view and consumer's point of view. So, and just a quick example. What is it? What do you call this? Just a water, right? And the labeled one, you can really identify that this is the branded water with X brand or Y brand or Z brand. So we as a brand owner, when we decide any labels, materials, technology, what is more important is what consumer wants, right? And it starts from what is the brief of that particular product, right? Where we want to sell it, what is the targeted consumers, what features which we are looking into the packaging, and maybe it can be a premium brand, it can be an affordable brand, and what kind of the scale which is going to cater. So all these key points which is touching to this consumer desired experience which Koyal and Sanjay has also touched upon, the first and the most important part is what consumer wants, because end of the day our products are bought by the consumers and we all are consumers here, right? And everyone has different thought process of doing the selection of any particular brand, right? And hence we deep dive into the consumer desired experience, and then it boils down to, okay, X material, this is the premium category, and this is the positioning of the brand, and of course then later part is manufacturability, affordability and sustainability. So just a bit of an addition, consumer at the heart first, and we start from there. Yeah.
Thank you. I think as far as pharma goes, Flexo is probably the most predominantly used technology there. But do you have options to involve other technologies also, printing technologies?
See, pharma is a very kind of regulated market. We have no much role for like conventional brand promoting or any other feature other than regulatory and quality compliance. So these are the two major things which are most important in pharma. And labeling means it is in pharma industry, anything printed components associated to the product is falling under labeling. So label is one part of it when it is packed in a container, and it is mainly required for the product identification, and then give all product details and some of the primary requirement like how it is to be stored, how it is to be used, and what are the statutory and regulatory content approved by the regulators. Those things are conventionally printed on the label. But when there are certain category of products which requires a kind of premium look, then you can think of giving a kind of glossy printing or UV spot UV or a different kind of surface texture to identify within the crowd, or a different type of positioning of the brand name, different calligraphy, different colors. Those are the various things we do within that limited role for pharma labeling. Nowadays, apart from these features, mostly protecting features are more prominent than promotional features. So we have to protect the brand rather than promoting the brand, because mostly they are all prescribed products. What doctors will say, patient has to get that. So protection features are more important in pharma labeling, and that is why all these overt features came into picture. Then track and trace came of late. Digital features are there, and sometimes give some interactive features so that people can access the details also. So those kind of things are more important in pharma industry rather than your other consumer goods or other daily use goods. So these are the more prominent in pharma level.
So my next question, this is mostly for food industry, and we have three panelists here for the food industry. But I'll target it towards Yogesh, because there's a personal experience that I went through once. This is especially for the food and pharma, for food industry actually. India is a diverse country with festivals spread all over the year. Mondelez had indulged in using digital printing for making customized Cadbury gift packs during Christmas and New Year. This is probably before you came into picture, but a friend of mine sent to me a box of chocolate with my picture and his picture on the box, out of the blue, and I was really surprised how it came. And do you think this customization of products or labels will continue and increase and extend to other segments as well?
Okay, so thanks a lot for that question. So this is, this is a specific question coming into a personalization and e-commerce section. So of course, as a Mondelez, of course, we do have this kind of products where we market into the e-commerce section. And what it matters into when we do a positioning of the brand or a particular SKU, again in consumer experience. And nowadays, a lot of surprise element which we are planning to add in terms of the product propositions as well. And of course, Mondelez is a confectionery and chocolates brand. So of course, it's a gifting element as well. So I believe that yes, we need to decide this kind of positioning and decide that when to do this, and specifically for our brands. Raksha Bandhan and Diwali is the two biggest festivals wherein we do a lot of gifting of the chocolates. So yes, there is an opportunity, and I have seen that knowing this e-commerce segment growing in India like anything, and during the COVID season, everyone has experienced it's easy to order anything online and all the products are here. So how we can add that experience of personalization and give that surprise to our loved ones. So this is another kind of a medium where you can convey your emotions and thoughts to your loved ones to whom you want to give a product or a gift a product. So yeah, it is extending to other portfolios also. I have seen nowadays a lot of cosmetics are also coming into a personalization on an e-commerce channel. So it's not limited only to the food and beverages segment. I have seen multiple products which are live in the market are already leveraging this personalization, and it's a great opportunity, and I'm sure it will grow this segment.
Agreed. It started with Google actually having different names on it, generic names on the bottles, right? Yeah, okay. But you've been through MTR and Heinz and now Sephora and all those things. What do you think of this personalization? Do you think it will extend more into other kind of food also, not only gifting, the other ones also?
So, added to what Yogesh said, I think personalization is catching up very fast in India. So, the recent examples like Coca-Cola campaign, what has come up, within our company also, Marico, we also have many campaigns we run like SetWet, where the Dio can has the personalized pictures of the consumers. So definitely it is a trend which is catching very fast, and it is growing across not only a particular chocolate segment, but in the sweets also there is a good tractions. All local brands during festival times, they are coming up with a lot of promotional offers, giftings through personalized giftings as a creating a better experience, wow factor. And along with personalization, there is a trend coming up with some adding QR codes, variable QR codes, that actually helping brand to create a consumer base, and that further also this consumer base with this data definitely going to help brands to again interact with the consumers in more occasions, and definitely this will help to bring brand loyalty per se.
Good. For cosmetics also there is digitalization or not? Not as yet.
It is there, but in our industry, definitely customization, this is becoming a key. We have this more like virtual try-ons and all, which you might have seen already in cosmetics. That is becoming more common rather than really having a picture on a pack. But we also have sometimes unlimited editions.
Variable, of course, is there. That's for every industry. There is variable printing. That's it. So what I was talking about is a little different. Like somebody has a wedding there, and all the cards are digitally done, right? Anyway, and does Unilever have any plans like this? Saina?
So yeah, I mean Yogesh and Amit has covered well with respect to the FNR category of food and refreshment category. The emotional attached to with the consumer is what brands are trying to have more and more, and that's where customization and digitization is more playing a role. Digital printing presses are playing a more role in this technology. With respect to my company, particularly the FNR category, which is more focused with the consumer emotions and consumer centric. Yeah, they are trying to have sort of brand promotion activities.
Thank you. So one thing is evident that with digital increasing, this is more and more printers acquiring them, and the technology is going to grow anyway. So I'm skipping one of the questions now, and because I've got to go a little quicker now. And my next question is actually already Sanjay has answered it. Just one or two lines on that. Advertising of liquor is forbidden, yet it is a fast-growing and revenue-generating segment for governments and liquor companies. Brands are always trying to evolve ways to attract customers, mostly by investing in fancy packaging. Now with endeavors on sustainability and monocartons, now that they are mostly out, leaving label as a limited space on the bottle. How do you see getting maximum mileage from just the label in future? What is the role of embellishment on label in your segment now and in the future? be it foiling, embossing, debossing, varnishes, soft touch, tactile, gloss, matte, etc. You basically answered it already.
Maybe I'll add a few words to
Okay,
it.
okay, that's it.
Just add a few words.
Yeah.
So, yes, with overall brand real estate coming down because you are removing packaging because there is a push of sustainability. So the focus shifts back to labels. And I think one of the main things which we did not discuss much in the last few conversations here is the need for premiumization. Right? That's a definite need because every industry, be it food, be it beverages, be it personal care, be it consumer durables, premiumization is a very big theme, and for which I think features in labels like, for example, cold foiling, the things that you can do in cold foiling you can't do perhaps through hot foiling, or embossing, debossing, hybrid presses, gravure metals, metallic inks, etc. will actually assume very important role because you are trying to premiumize and engage the consumer in a very small real estate that is available and in a very short span of time at maybe the first or second moment of truth with the consumers. So that is something which is going to be very important. The other things I wanted to add in terms of, since we talked about digital printing, I think with sustainability coming and pushing off material, you are left with smaller and smaller real estate because you are reducing packaging as well. I think there, every occasion, I think that's also another thing I want to talk here, is that every occasion of consumption is important. So if that is really important, then leveraging that occasion to create occasion-specific packaging will also be very important, and there I think digital is going to play a role because we talked about smaller volumes, occasion-centric artworks and faster turnaround is also something that is going to be important. So two things from my side which I want to add is premiumization, the need for it and the capabilities that are required to do it, and also the variable printing, which I think Harveer Sahni was also talking about, everybody talked about it, and the need for depersonalization. These are the few things which are going to be important, with especially for alcove market, which are media dark, and which has done away with the monocartons, which usually used to have very large branding real estate.
Praveen, this question for you. Creating specialized labels is mainly driven by various market demands, such as on-demand labeling, variable data, customized labeling, personalized for specific batches, for track and trace. What is the goal seen in your organization and industry for such requirement in the past 3 or maybe next 5 years?
As I told you, every labeling, if you see whatever all contents are there, one particular part is static, that will remain almost constant irrespective of the time, irrespective of the area where you are distributing the product. There are certain static data and there are certain dynamic or variable data. Now, these static data often relates to the compliance to regulatory statutory. That has to have their place in the label, irrespective of the size of the label, because that is how regulators want. Now, apart from that, very little space is there for variable data. So within that small space, our best option capturing it digitally, that will give much leverage for utilizing space, and in future many of the things will be digitalized, and customer, like today how they are paying through mobile phones. So that kind of situation will come when label will have some digital code. You have to simply scan it to get most of the information. And today regulators are having so many requirements that also can be digitalized in 10 years. So if those features are combined in a digital format, so we will have enough space
science issue, and you try to put it in a digital format, like say a QR code, and our layman buying medicine will not know what all is there.
No, that can be, see, even today also, in reality, we are giving it in the small level, but in reality, each customer is reading that. Is anybody able to read and understand that? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Is there not a stipulation, the font size also has to be precise?
Yes, it is not legible. It is not legible. So how can they read and understand?
So there is a problem there.
There is a problem. It is only for the purpose of complying the rules we are including it. It has no purpose as far as customer requirement is concerned. It is not serving any purpose. Nobody can read and understand that. And do you think if person in a rural corner of the area of this country understand English, chemical terminology of a medicine, or any ingredient content in the food item, do they understand that? No. And mostly prescribed information, doctors should know what is to be given, and sometimes doctors, they know and they put a separate level when you have to take it all those morning, evening, or after taking food or before sleep, like they instruct that because they understand the patient requirement and they but they don't get a single line information from the label. So rather, now you tell me, before this digital payment introduced in India, who knew how to make payment through that?
Yes,
even
today, educating the user is an imperative actually.
Yes.
You put in a security on a label, and if you don't educate the customer,
yes, so that is why in one of your questionnaire I have seen that hologram. Now putting hologram in label, giving some unique identity. But I can create another hologram mimicking that and give to the market.
Yes. So my question is,
unless until the actual user is educated about
the
the
holograms and surface as ultimate in security, they seem to have lost steam.
yes, that is the steam. See, unless until you educate the customer, or from that steam will come.
All right, but then my next question, I think my printers will be probably, waiting to hear that from all of you, is how has the self-adhesive labels usage performed in the last 3 years, and how is it likely to continue over the next 5 years?
Yeah, I think there has to be some catchy thing in the label which can easily attract or easily translate or easily connect with the customer.
No, this question is a little different. This question says, how has the self-adhesive label usage, is the type of label, it's not the printing or anything I'm talking about, the sticker, the self-adhesive label. How is it that the users have performed in the past 3 years, and what do you think, how will it be continue over the next 5 years? Now that's it. Well, I can start with you. What do you think about it? Because most of the product have self-adhesive labels, right?
Yeah. That's right. Into our industry, self-adhesive labels is very, very common to really have it. And we have, it actually depends on the product, packaging, what it is used for. We have like hair care, makeup, and skin care. So in case of hair care, we have usually the bottles which needs the flexibility. So definitely based on that, we can go for self-adhesive labels. And even in other cases also, it depends on the kind of printing, kind of decoration, as well as the...
I'm not talking about the printing, I'm talking about the self-adhesive label. What do you feel, the last journey, okay, forget the last journey, everybody knows how it performed last 3 years. The next 5 years, you think it will stay predominant, self-adhesive label?
Self-adhesive labels, we still see that, yes, this will stay there. Of course, this will stay there, definitely. What we see more often is that moving more towards the sustainability. So maybe if we can really have some material per se, some sustainable material, or maybe in terms of adhesives and all, if there could be something that could be done. But I see that is going to have the momentum still.
Our industry leaders every are doing a lot of good job on it. They're giving a whole, and even SMI, they just show you workshop labels. Yes. So self-adhesive labels are going to be growing. I think all of you agree with it.
Yeah.
Our printers must be very happy with it. Okay, please.
Yeah. So, yeah, I see some friends whom we work closely on the self-adhesive label development. So I would like to add something here. So, especially for alcohol industry. Now, we don't just talk about the wash-off labels. I think there's one more speaker who talked about wash-off labels. So I think one of the industries which still have a huge footprint of non-PSL labeling is the alcohol industry, beer and spirit. It still has traditionally huge footprint of wet glue labels. Now, there is a trade-off between wet glue, PSL versus non-returnable bottle and returnable bottles, right? So I think the work that is happening in the PSL space to ensure that your labels can be easily removed. Labels can be removed practically effortlessly is something which is really going to help PSL to grow in the alcobev segment. And also we have seen that in a factory environment, the PSL is a far more cleaner and hygienic way of applying labels than using wet glue labels. So I feel that with technological advances that are happening, with specific application, specific solutions coming on the table, I think PSL is going to do or grow in the coming years above all the other formats of labels.
Yeah, as long as continual closure is there, label will be there.
Labels have gone to different tangents, no?
Yes. Now, just imagine before shrink level, who imagined that shrink level will replace the PSL level? So this is how. Consider about entire tubes, which the products coming in tubes.
So far, I personally, my perception is, yes, the different labels have gone into different tangents.
Yes.
They've gone to snake sleeves, whatever I talked about. They've gone into different tangents, but that is, the growth has been absorbed in there. Labels, self-adhesive labels still continues to grow at a robust double-digit rate. So that growth is there. The population has grown, literacy has helped, and because of that, the other technology, other types of label, wraparounds or string sleeves or whatever, they have grown. So they have taken away that space. Otherwise, probably the label market in India would have been the biggest in the world by now. The self-adhesive everything. So that's why the growth is still there. Yes.
Yes, growth is there, but there is a threat also at the same time.
Amit, you wanted to say something?
So, definitely the statistic which has shown in the first presentation, it clearly demonstrated that the pressure sensitive labels is the future in terms of the growth perspective. As Harveer Bhai also said, definitely it will grow double digits. And I think on the substrate manufacturing side, a lot of developments are happening. I think to keep up the pace with the brand owner's perspective, a lot of innovations or sustainability point of view, new concepts being substrate offerings being offered by the SMI or MV or many players in terms of carpet levels or the liners made out of recycled glassine and so on and so forth. So I think definitely there is a growth in future.
Okay, the usage of duplicate cosmetics can cause irreversible damage to users and also hurt the trust in that brand. To counter this, what features or how are you educating users? Because if the consumer is not educated in identify the fake, then the whole process of anti-counterfeiting is futile. So please restrict yourself only to this because we are running short of time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. So what kind of measures that can be taken care of? One is that collaborate with authorities, law enforcement authorities, regulatory bodies and all. They have the right processes in place to really identify and combat against the counterfeiters. Second is, as you mentioned, that consumer education, this is really a key. When the consumer understands what harm that fake cosmetics product can do to you, then your job is half done. Consumer will try to really identify the genuine product on their own. But definitely for us, it's a responsibility to really educate the consumers through our websites, social media platforms and all. Third comes as doing the product packaging and labeling, so that we can really add some specialty features which will be difficult for the counterfeiters to really copy. There could be different ways to do it, and definitely like for us, we get into the QR codes and all. That's very common into our industry. Other than that, what we can also do is that doing good control on the supply chain, so that we can really ensure that the right product is reaching the marketplace, having authorized suppliers and distributors. So this is one of the ways that we approach. And today, with this e-commerce booming in, of course, monitoring the open market, the online market, this is really very, very important. So it's really important to monitor that market and then doing the delisting of the counterfeiters. So these are some of the ways how we are really combating against the counterfeit products, cosmetics.
Okay. And I think I'd take the next question back to Sanjay. I think you're the busier man today. Everybody knows India consumes more black label than what is produced worldwide, right? And I'm sure you put a lot of features into it, so that I hope we get the right black label today here. I attended one seminar by that company, right? And they actually showed so many features on the front and the back, but how do you educate the consumer to check?
Right. So that's the challenge, because see, consumer education also comes with a risk. Because if you educate the consumer too much about your own brand and the features that it carries, eventually the history says that the consumer will tend to believe that everything, like he talked about black label, you will get the right black label. Eventually there's a perception that gets created that every time you buy, you're buying a fake one. Right? So basically, consumer education, consumer awareness is important. It will help you to curb or control to an extent, because eventually you cannot stop the counterfeiting completely. You can only mitigate it, you can only control it. And also there is something called runway. Runway means that if you introduce a technology today, you can rest assured that very soon or in a period of time, it will get copied. There could be either a lookalike or a full-fledged copy. So basically, I think one thing is very important, even for labeling industry also, whichever anti-counterfeiting feature we are talking about, is that you constantly create a life cycle of these technologies, which means that if something is introduced today, it continues for a while, you get a runway, the counterfeiters catch up after a while. By the time he catches up, you move to the next level of technology, right? So that's how people actually manage and create runways for brand protection.
It's simple, if you can make it, somebody will fake it.
Right.
So what I mean, the best part of, I think, security is that you advertise so much to sell your product, whether it's cosmetic, whether it's food. But you should advertise also to tell the consumers how to check whether it is a genuine product or not. That education so far is missing. It should be here.
That is what is more important. So whatever feature you give, it may be technologically very high, but unless until the customer understands that, they will not be able to detect that and make the entire process.
Jaydeep, we can use some more time? It keeps saying time up. Okay. Okay, this is an important question. Food and product safety has become a big focus as literacy and employment is on the rise. Migration from inks, adhesive, impact of printing and converting technologies are under focus. We shifted from water-based flexo to use flexo for the speed and quality of printing. But now, some food and pharma companies are talking about labels to be printed using water-based ink with hot air drying. Your take on this? Yes, yep. Okay. You you start from here. Everybody has to say something, but be short. Time is up.
Yeah, this comes in with sustainability at mind. At the same time, the migration of the inks towards the product is again one of the factors. So there are low migration inks which are there, but nowadays VOC and again health concerns which are related with the inks. That's why the toll-free inks in flexible packaging has been moved out from the industry. Similar way, the water-based inks are going up because of the sustainability and health concerns. At the same time, the migration of the inks towards the product. Yeah.
I think the lot of trials specifically in pharma industries are going on specifically for water-based ink with trying with the hot air systems. Specifically in the, I think, ophthalmic levels, basically it is a blow fill seal technology, and after blow fill sealing operation, the labels gets pasted onto the container. So these adhesives are prone to, as well as if improper curing of the inks also creates concerns like migrations and the adhesives. So and in Europe already I read in the article that these phototoxic substances has been banned. So because of this banning in Europe and in India also, most of the pharma industry is exporting to entire world. So the trials are on, and I think definitely there will be a future. I think in food industry the trend is yet to start it, but water-based ink in Harveer, global players are already they have implemented. Toluene-free is the mandate which is there for food mandated by the FSSAI. So most of the brand owners are moved to now NT and K inks for all their Harveers. In offset also, mineral oil free inks are now has been introduced by most of the manufacturers, and brand owners are started.
Yeah, I think food safety is topmost priority, and it comes with the consumer-inspired quality. As I said, it's a very, very important part when it comes to any kind of consumable products. So there are compliances and methodology to check, and of course we are more going deep dive, not just limiting ourselves to substrates, but it is now deep diving into inks, lacquers, coatings, its safety data sheets, and there are ways of doing the testing and analysis. And it is in the context of course, food safety, but at the same time, sustainability as well. So we have to look for both the parts and balance it out and ensure that whatever we are offering is safe for the consumers. So that is the direction.
I think majority of the things are covered. Now, my sincere request to all the printers to keep abreast with the regulatory updates happening not only within the country but all the importing countries. There is almost every month there are updates on various things which are not permissible, and we have to find out the alternatives if we want to continue that business. So there is nothing much to say. These two things are very important. Safety, because pharma products are also food category. It has to be taken inside. So they are also equally important. And sustainability, of course, we have to go through as much as possible water-based coatings, because in many of the cases we have eliminated UV coatings because of that reason. So all printers need to also get regulatory updates and keep themselves ready for
take much time. I think most of it have been said. So I think compliance to health and food safety is extremely important. It's part of the overall EHA's compliance framework. And also, I think in some of the cases, the recycling, some of the choice of inks and lacquers and better recycling of material and better repulpability when it goes into the recycling streams. So I think that's also something which is going to be very important in terms of the choice of inks, like somebody talked about mineral oil-free offset inks, water-based coatings, water-based inks, non-UV based drying, etc. Apart from the health and safety issues, it also in certain ways help in better recyclability in the recycling streams.
I think it's already covered actually.
I think this is the EPR and sustainability part is talk enough of it. You talk already. I go to the Internet of Things, right? You get within this. How has your company adopted the following? Which is QR code, augmented reality, RFID or NFC or near field communication. But RFID, let me come to RFID. It's still expensive to incorporate in a label, but I guess when you're selling a bottle of whiskey at 6,000 or 4,000, I think RFID can work there. So what is your take on that?
Right. So there is an example in India, a whiskey brand, single malt whiskey brand, which has incorporated an RFID inside the cap, inside the closure.
Okay.
Right. So I'm not taking the name of the brand. It's a competition brand, so I'm not allowed to talk about it in a forum. So they have done it, which means that I think this whole piece of this connected reality, right? That how do you, because as I said that the real estate is coming down. You are removing material, you are shedding material, you are taking away cartons. For example, Johnny Walker has taken away cartons, right? In Bombay, if you buy a Johnny Walker Black Label, it will cost you 4,000 rupees today.
Very more.
In Bangalore, it's even more. So, which means even a Johnny Walker Black Label will not have a carton, or doesn't have a carton.
Today, I think in Gurgaon, hardly any bottle has a carton.
Cartons, correct. So, which means your real estate is coming down. We talked about labels. So, this is also another way that how do you expand your real estate by creating a digital connection, a consumer engagement model where just by scanning or using your phone, you can actually get I would say a universe of information and entertainment just through those tools like RFID and NFC, right? So I think it is extremely important. Only thing is the unit economics. I think, sir, you already talked about it.
Yes.
How do we manage eventually the unit economics? But it's a chicken and egg story that पहले volume आएगा फिर unit economics छोटा होगा.
A good start has been made by Avery actually. They have a good vision for RFID.
Correct. I think it is something which is going to stay and grow over the period of time, because that's one of the QR code and NFC public RFIDs are the way to expand brand real estate for packaging, where the materials are actually reducing because of sustainability.
I think that's it. We let the program go on, and there will be other things to listen to and attend to. And as I feel, labels will keep on evolving. They're not going to be stagnant here. Everything in labels is going to change. The substrates will change. The technologies will change. The printing technology will change. In the end, what we wish is that whatever we do it in a fashion that we are not only sustainable, we actually move toward a safer world. We leave this Mother Earth safe for our generations that follow us. हमने तो कर लिया, जो करना था, अब बच्चों के लिए तो ठीक ठाक छोड़ गया था. So that's it. Thank you very much all. It's been a lovely evening for me. I don't know you enjoyed it or not. So then we need a stage or we should be?
Please be seated, because in the interest of time, we'll have a quick Q&A session.
Yes.
We'll open mics for questions. Yeah, okay.
everybody. This question is for all the...
Manish, I think first introduce yourself.
Okay. My name is Manish from Mudrika Labels. I'm a director of Mudrika Labels Private Limited, based out of Mumbai. So my first question, first and the last question to all the panelists who are brand owners. So recently we have seen that Sprite bottle has removed their label and they have come out with the naked bottle. What do you think about that step taken by this Coca-Cola or whatever?
Sorry, may I? Okay. So Sprite bottle has done two things, sir. It has taken away a label, the wraparound label, and made it a naked bottle or a labelless bottle. It has also done one more thing. It has taken away the green color. It has become a transparent flint PET bottle. That is primarily done, sir, for better recycling. And since RPET is a reality now in food and beverages contact, direct contact with food and beverages, so I think they have done it principally for that. Having said that, such cases will be there, but as I said, that the importance of label in this world of consumer products, right, is going to remain.
I mean, they don't face the compliance issues on what has to be provided for the consumer.
That is my second question, how they provide the statutory writings. So content and everything.
Right. So third thing is that in terms of the compliance related declarations on the label, these people also do laser etching on the bottle, right, wherein they can incorporate a lot of variable data as well. So they are trying to incorporate all these mandatories as part of the laser etching on the bottle directly, right? And whatever static data is there on the bottle as part of the mold, right? As part of the injection stage go mold. Now, so I think why these are pockets, these are extreme efforts to be extreme on sustainability, but at the same time, I think a majority part of the industry will still depend heavily on labels to ensure that the brand is duly, the brand proposition or brand value proposition is duly communicated to the target audience.
What do you think yourself? This is a good move or I'm not considering the sustainability part, but according to the decoration part of the bottle and everything, what do you panelists think it's a good move by the company or it is
Okay, I'll start. I'll hand over the mic. So I think good bad is relative, sir. So if you ask the particular segment, which is CSD segment, carbonated soft drink, who have huge agenda of 100% recycled PET, for them it's a good move. If you ask somebody from Loreal or somebody from a cosmetic company which is which needs a very high degree of engagement with the consumer, they may not say it's a good move. So I think it's very category specific. So.
Yeah, it is definitely category specific, but I'm telling you that even if labeling stays, but digital transformation will happen, and this kind of direct printing on the container closer.
Yes, direct printing on label is, of course, a challenge will come in. Because
yes, that is going to come over a period of time because of the laser techniques and all. And sometimes small, at the bottom of the bottle there will be a small QR code or 2D code which you can scan and get all the information, connect directly to the website and get all the information, that also specific to a particular language. So those things are basically a disruptive technology, and that is coming in many. Here it is only one example, but there are many examples.
The direct product was earlier also there because of the screen printing kind of thing. The bottle was screen printed, but that time digital was not so advanced. Now with digital getting advanced, if they print a digital label, right, or multicolor label on a bottle, it's going to be a challenge.
Yeah, so I'll just, so my point of view, as Sanjay mentioned, it's relative and it really depends upon the category. But I think journey is evolving, and we are moving into a lot of consumer awareness, lot of sustainability kind of product propositions. So I mean, consumer industry generally test and learn to this kind of launches, right? I am not sure whether this is fully 100% commercialized at the larger scale, but see, this is how we learn, and all of us will learn in this journey. At the end, what I said is, I mean, consumer is important, and after this launch, there will be a feedbacks, consumer feedbacks, and these feedbacks will be cascaded down on the drawing table to design and improvise our product propositions. So, I mean, journey is evolving, and we have to move with the trend, right?
Anybody else? Questions?
I am Harish Doshi from Megastar Products. We are into label manufacturing and also packaging. We are having offset and label press also in Mumbai. My question to the whole brand owners, when you talk of sustainability and compliance, which we have to follow more, like for sustainability, you have talked so much. For us, compliance and sustainability both are important. Now, a simple question, straight, that if you have a two quotation, like two rates coming from two suppliers, one is fully compliant, whatever you need is there. Second one is having an equal good quality, matching to your requirement. And if the price is higher by, say, for example, 10% of the person who is having a fully compliant thing, but the qualities are same, what will you think? Will you ask your supplier to reduce the price by 10%, or will you give him benefit of the price because he's having all the compliances?
He spoke, I think, the mind of many people here.
I think we as a professionals and specifically this cost negotiation part is driven by the special function in the company. Yeah. So next is on the negotiation front. As you said, one is fully compliant, one is partially compliant. So there are techniques available which brand owners, not us, everyone goes for a reverse auctioning, where you'll have to run the race basically. So that's how the industry works.
Just one addition here. I think cost and quality is not a either or game, right? It's both are imperatives. So, which means that that we need the cost, the right cost at the right quality at the right cost. So, one cannot say that we will charge a premium because we give better compliance and better cost, better quality. Quality and cost both are imperatives. And nowadays sustainable.
Yeah, so here the question is, we traditionally understand cost and quality, and we've been trying to strike that balance. But sustainability is a whole new ballgame. It's a new thing everyone is learning, and there are additional cost implications. As
we talked about compliance.
No, but he said one company is fully compliant from the sustainability point of view.
From sustainability or from other compliance?
Let's say ESG.
Oh, that's
both are the same quality. What is compliance, fully compliant company? And what is the partially
compliance?
But by compliance, do you understand ESG, like not system?
So correct, compliance. See, quality and rather compliance and cost are equal imperatives. They are not either or.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
I think we have time for
just one question. I just wanted to ask this question. Can I have the attention, please? Just a quick question. I probably would like to ask this question on behalf of printers and also raw material manufacturers. Sustainability comes with a cost because there's a whole ecosystem that requires to give sustainable products, because we have to invest in R&D, we have to make sure that there is a sustainable ecosystem to collect and then recycle. But what happens is when we meet the brands, now I'm speaking more of a printer than as a raw material manufacturer, and the first question that comes that, is this cost effective than the existing product? My question is, does the brand recognize that there is an ecosystem that needs to be there and that ecosystem comes with a cost? How open is the brand in recognizing this fact and to make sure that there is support that is given to the printer fraternity and also, of course, the RM fraternity to make sure that we come up with these initiatives? Otherwise, these initiatives is not going to happen.
I think fully with you in terms of perspective what you have shared, because as everyone says, sustainability comes with a cost, but there are ways and measures to reduce that delta. So it's a collaborative effort between the brand owners, the suppliers and suppliers. So it's a trio where all these three collaborates in terms of from brand owner side, what rationalizations I can do. Same sizes of labels across my portfolio, or same type of substrate across my portfolio, so that from my side I will have a better say in terms of volumes. From your side also, on the substrate manufacturer sides, it will be a win-win in terms of we collaborate together, and definitely the challenge and the industry is working towards how we can reduce this cost incrementality through various measures by moving from trying alternate materials for the primary packaging, then on the label substrate, as well as on the secondary and tertiary packaging also, or removal of some of the packaging, unwanted packaging components. So holistically, if we see, it is very much doable.
I just want to add to what he said. So eventually, who pays the price of a product? Who pays for the price of the product? Consumer, right? Exactly. In markets over the world, where consumers are mature enough to pay a premium, an additional price for a product which is sustainable. There are markets, mature markets, where any sustainable RM or any sustainable PM will get that premium. But in a market like India, where the consumers still are not ready to pay a premium for a product which we say, okay, this bag of atta is produced from a sustainable material, will it be able to attract an additional MRP? I don't think so. So that's the reason I think in a country like India, it is very difficult to get a premium for a sustainable product because consumers are not ready to pay for it. In a market where consumers are ready to pay for it, you may still end up getting a premium.
Suppose you must have some managed system. Suppose someone's carrying a loan to just build a sustainable program. You have to invest on STP. So do you promote this type of investment? If you don't say promote this type of investment, so it means the printer will not come forward to do saving investments. So you must be having some. There must be some managed system for the sustainability, because a printer is suppose going to invest a lot on to make the sustainable product, to have sustainable system inside, to go eco-friendly, so they have to invest a lot. Do you people have some?
I'm sure there are many more questions.
1 minute. I think let Printweed ask one question.
You have discussed about digital printing and everything. If you could just tell me what portion of your print and packaging is done digitally? I mean, I've only seen Coca-Cola doing, I mean, it's more like, just one kind of a short project. But on the other hand, I see smaller brand or what we call the startups who are using digital more than the brands, the bigger brands. So, just a simple question, what portion of your packaging, labels and packaging is done digitally?
Okay, we'll have time for one of our panelists to answer that very directly. Yeah, anybody?
So, on a regular basis, 0. But on a occasion-centric packagings, on limited time editions, on limited edition packs, yes, we still use digital.
We had a specific thing during COVID, yes. That all did it.
If I look at value-wise, very small, insignificant, maybe not more than 2%.
Less than 5%, just don't quote me anywhere. Less, very, very less. And it is again occasion basis. Let's say for seasonal and gifting, Valentine, and in the COVID we have tried to convey the message on each of the bags. Yeah, but when you compare the category ka 5%. So that is very, very specific.
We have organized fantastic drinks and dinner for all of those questions. So I really, sorry.
In my view, I think e-commerce and all these platforms are growing. So it depends upon the need of the consumers and how we position our brand. So I mean, it is growing, but it is very difficult to put the percentage on it. But my view is, and the biggest challenge is scalability and the cost. Yeah.
See, it is not growing as of now, if you ask me. In packaging, if you ask me, while we say a lot of things, digital, turnaround, time and low, small volumes, but the overall growth of digital, if you look at the digital machine that is lying with Parsons today, or lying with, I don't know if Anil is here, the machine that he has, right? If you look at the utilization of machines, I don't think it has really grown in packaging much because of the unit economics issue. And also, please understand that the available capacity in conventional process is so high in this country that people are ready to do it at perhaps a lower cost than a digital. So the proliferation of digital will, again a chicken and egg story like Harveer said on RFID and right. So I think this thing will happen. See, maybe the unit economics will come down eventually when the volumes grow. So if you ask me when that happens, whether volume grows first, then digital grows, or digital grows and the volume grows, we don't really know. As of now, the growth of digital in packaging is limited.
Okay, rest of the question.
So we have to compromise on one of the questions, more food, a lot of food and questions along with that. So thank you, Harveer ji, for the very pertinent questions and our panelists for very, very insightful answers. So there are so many takeaways that's resulting in many more questions. May I please invite Mr. Rajesh Nima, President LMAi, to hand over our gesture of appreciation to our dignitaries. Thank you. Ms. Koel Bhadra. And Mr. Harveer Sahni. Rajesh, I invite you to please introduce our
Can we leave the stage, please?
And again, good evening, friends. I have been asked to introduce a person who is known to everybody, a seasoned business leader and a marketing professional with over 23 years of industrial experience. From a qualification perspective, he is a polymer science engineer and an MBA from NITI, Mumbai, now IIM Mumbai. Currently working with Avery Dennison as Director Sales and Tech Services South Asia. The 23 years spent in the professional life spans different roles in sales, marketing and business development across many industries, including specialty and functional paints, specialty chemicals and resins, packaging, industrial goods, mining, road construction, and a few more. He has worked for companies like Asian Paints, DuPont, Supreme Non-Wovens, and now Avery Dennison. Lots of job responsibilities, business management, expansion of business in new geographies, product positioning and new product strategies, experiments with new business models, consultative selling to deliver the best value propositions, managing teams for success are some of his key strengths. He has adequately demonstrated them through the roles in his career and earned several accolades at country, regional and global platforms from his past and current employers. Most recently, he was recognized as Supreme Leader Asia Pacific at Avery Dennison. So let's welcome Mr. K.M. Manoj, whom we know well as Mr. Manoj.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dinesh ji, for that lovely introduction. Let me say the standard stuff. Looks like I'm in between you and drinks and dinner, and I would like to keep this short and sweet. I really want to thank Sahni Saab for setting the momentum in the panel discussion and leading the way in the panel discussion. He started off with a comment saying that everything has gone through a transformation. Labels, printing, and many other things that the printers have experienced over several years. And that indeed is the starting point. Transformation has to continuously happen for the industry to strive and thrive, and it is not any different for labels as material. The second thing is, I assure you that I did not make this presentation while the panelists were speaking. Collectively, it was 100 plus years of experience on the podium today, expressing their views on what they think about printers in general, what they expect labels to do in the future. And what you will see in my presentation is most of it is some kind of repeat stuff that you already heard through the panel. And I was absolutely thrilled finally to get a reassurance from the panelists that pressure-sensitive labels are here to stay. Everybody is feeling confident about the fact that there are headwinds in terms of other incumbent technologies, but this particular category of decoration will see and will have a bright future, which is in sync with what we at Avery Dennison also feel, that we have a strong future ahead of time, but everybody has to do things very differently from the way we have reached here so far. Okay. Like I said, I did not make this slide as I was sitting there, and each of those things that you see are a strong belief that we have within the organization about trends that will matter in the future. And each of these things were touched upon by our panelists, starting with consumer engagement, how important sustainability is in the journey of labels, consumer convenience and on-the-go demand for products is going to have a huge impact in the way labels will evolve in the future. And we also touched during the panel discussion on the importance of making sure that there is enough brand trust in the ecosystem for the brands to sell more and gain consumer confidence. So each of these things are very, very important. What do we do as a label company to help you move towards these trends is what the remainder of the presentation is going to be. Premiumization touched upon by each one of the panelists. For us at Avery Dennison, the way we can contribute to this trend is by providing you a variety of premium substrates, which will become magic once you integrate that premium substrate with the technology of printing that each of you bring to the table. We spoke about hybrid printing, we spoke about digital printing, but just imagine you have a premium substrate to offer and put the magic of new printing onto the premium substrate. You can really get to a very different level of consumer experience that you will be able to deliver through these premium substrates. The magic gets enhanced when you marry this premium substrate with a digital component. We talked about QR codes, variable QR codes, so on and so forth. But just imagine Avery Dennison is the largest UHF, ultra high frequency RFID manufacturer. We have NFC technologies that we are capable of providing inlays for. And when you just marry this premiumization through substrates with the digital component like RFID and NFC and add print to it, that's the ultimate consumer experience that you could probably get to the brands, and that's where this industry will move towards. We did debate that consumer would not pay for it, we are not ready for it, but I want to remind you that we are a $2,500 per capita economy. We will soon become a $5,000 per capita economy in about 6 to 7 years. And this $2,500 per capita to a $5,000 per capita is going to immensely change the consumer behavior that we will see in the country. This is, history tells us that. This is what Europe experienced, this is what North America experienced, and that's the journey that I would encourage all the printer converters and the brands to start doing right now. And we are here as a label substrate manufacturer to help you partner in that journey. Sustainability, a big topic. Very, very happy to see that we are seeing sustainability in action after a very long time. As a substrate manufacturer, as a label stock provider, these are some global goals that we have declared as an organization, available publicly on our website, which says that we will look at sustainability in a very holistic manner. We will look at sustainability from a label stock perspective. We will look at sustainability in the way label stock is manufactured. And we will look at sustainability in the way label stock impacts the community where the products are being manufactured. Each of these are very, very important. For this audience, I think you'll be glad to know that we have a commitment that by 2030, 100% of our standard products that we produce will have a sustainability footprint. We are at 75% or so in India at this point in time, and in the next 7 years, 100% of all our standard products that we make in India will have some kind of a sustainability footprint onto that product. That's a commitment that we have made globally, and I'm pretty sure with the plans that we have, we will reach that goal much faster than what we are expected to deliver. When I say 100% footprint of sustainability, sustainability can be delivered in a label stock through any of the R's that you're seeing on the screen. We can have materials which are responsibly sourced. We can have materials which are reduced gauge thicknesses. We can have materials which have some adhesives which enable recycling. We can have materials with recycled content. And all these examples have a set of portfolio of products that today is available with Avery Dennison, and we'll be more than happy to engage with converters and brands to tell you more about each of these products that we have offered. Adding to it, I think we are also eliminating the footprint that printers and brands create through the use of pressure sensitive labels. We have a very, very active liner recycling and matrix recycling program. It's been active in this industry for the last couple of years, and our estimate says that today as Avery Dennison we are able to manage about 20 to 25% of the waste that gets generated either in the form of matrix or liners through our certified recycling programs that is in action today. So that's sustainability in action. You are going to get a product which is more sustainable. You are also going to get help from Avery Dennison in the way you are able to manage your waste. Okay, some products which most of you would be familiar with when we talk about sustainability. I'm not going to spend time on this one. The third aspect that I said we'll speak about is brand transparency and trust. Counterfeiting is a big problem. We all know about it. There are some very unique solutions that are possible through label stocks. There are, of course, numerous solutions that are possible through printing, but some very unique solutions that are possible through label stock materials, through the use of overt and covert features. It could be fibers, it could be tag-ins, it could be anything that we could add to the face stock of the label to make it more secure, more unique, and that's a direction that we are headed. We have multiple programs as we speak, and we are working with a lot of brands to make sure that we are able to meet their expectation on counterfeiting through label stock materials. Of course, we have the standard way of securing the brand through voids, registered voids and aspects like that, but voids seem to be a thing of the past. There is a completely new set of counterfeiting technologies that we are able to deliver through label stocks, and again, Avery Dennison is happy to partner with the brand and the converter to make sure that we are able to deliver the solution. Last but not the least, consumer convenience and enhanced functionality. A label cannot be static anymore. A label is no longer to be perceived and seen as a medium to just propagate the brand name and compliance requirements. There will be a lot of requirements in the future according to us where enhanced functionality will help the label stand out. Enhanced functionality will help the converters and the brands differentiate the products in their categories. And many examples. We have multi-layer labels, which is very common in the pharma industry. But why only pharma? Why can't we take the multi-layer labels to other segments in the food and in the other places where there's more than required set of information to be printed on the labels? There are situations where medicines today are available in pre-filled syringes, which is not a common thing in the past, but again, a functionality of low migration and low mandrel applications through label materials can be achieved through this functionality. And there's an example of a very common use of labels with flexible packaging, wet wipes. But why would we limit label usage to only wet wipes? Can we look at dry snacks? Can we look at other categories to marry the functionality of the label to take it to a completely different standard? So label is not going to be static. Label is the more functional we are able to provide the label material with, the more consumer engagement and other parameters will kick in, and that's what will help the converters stay more agile and active in this industry. So let me stop there and give you an assurance that we as a leading material manufacturer organization are equipped with the latest of technologies to engineer materials and work towards providing solutions that are a combination of physical and digital in nature, which will help you meet the changing consumer needs and behavior in the industry. Thank you.
Thank you, Manoj, really enlightening. And I think he's touched upon most of the material which are available, which the brand owners want. So brand owners are also pretty excited that they have the stuff they're looking for. So now I'll request Pradeep Saroha from Label Expo to please come and give a presentation, please.
Thank you. It's not a presentation. I'll just quickly take 2 minutes, not more than that. Can you please run the presentation? It's not a presentation, but I just want to finish in 2 minutes. Well, I'm Pradeep Saroha, Event Director of Label Expo India, and Label Expo is happening this year from 14th to 17th of November, and this is the largest Southeast Asia label show where you will see all kind of technologies and innovations. Yeah, the show dates are 14th to 17th November. Please let me skip this one. Can you play this first one? पहली बार चलाएंगे अब? No, इससे आगे वाली. These are the clips of last Label Expo.
Label Expo for us has been the ultimate show in India as far as the label business goes.
So I think the labelling segment in India is a very, very important segment. And I think Label Expo is the premier labelling show within the Indian market.
Which has been an excellent, outstanding show for us and goes beyond expectations.
It's a fabulous show. I think Label Expo is one of the best shows that we've ever had all over the world and in India too.
These are the awards night which is organized by LMAi. Now let me share some testimonial from the clients for upcoming show. Can you play the first one?
Good morning everybody, this is Ranesh Bajaj from Winsack. We are very happy we'll be participating at the Label Expo in India this year in November. I know it's a little cold, but it's a big show, very relevant to the Indian market. We aim to have a large booth. We'll be showing all our label printing and label finishing solutions, the new technologies of intermittent offset, intermittent flexo, full rotary, wide web flexo presses up to a meter wide, and the embellishment and finishing systems that we have. We will be launching a few products for which we'll have information closer to the date of the show, but please take some time out and drop by and visit us at Label Expo India.
The next one, please.
Hello industry friends, this is Neeraj Thapa from Mondelez Systems Limited, India. We look forward to see you at Label Expo in India at booth G24 from 14 to 17 September 2024. You are welcome to visit us. Thank you very much.
Hello friends, Soham Patel here from Varshil Packaging Private Limited. We all welcome you in Label Expo 2024. We have a stall number B44. Please come. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jitendra Julka from Alliance Printech, stall number E24. And we are participating in Label Expo 24 in India. And with my son Ariman, let's meet in Label Expo India.
Hi, I'm Sandeep Sharma from Acme Rohtak. We are participating in Label Expo India 2024. Our stall number is S21.
recognize those who are sponsoring here. So they all are there. And so this is the key information which we wanted to pass on to everyone, those who are coming for Label Expo. Now, I believe everyone is coming. So we have negotiated with the Crown Plaza, that's our base hotel. And we have negotiated as usual with the discounted rates. Please take a picture of those. And this is the contact person. You can directly contact them and book your rooms for Label Expo India. And these are the rates over there. Yeah, the timings are same 10:30 to 6 o'clock. So days are Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Thank you. See you all in November.
Many label and packaging manufacturers find the transition to digital production a challenge. With the introduction of the Digital Solutions Program, Domino has made a commitment to help our customers navigate the digital landscape. Whether it's business analysis, estimating, workflow optimization, or application development, our digital solutions team is here to support your investment. We've brought together industry experts to help ease the transition and help you achieve your strategic business goals with tools and support to provide a framework for accurate crossover and ROI calculations. The Domino Digital Solutions team can help you streamline your workflow and maximize the efficiencies of digital production. At Domino, we understand that investments are made for a reason, and your digital investment is an opportunity. Our goal is to make our customers as productive as possible, as quickly as possible, so that you can take maximum advantage of your investment, helping you achieve top-line growth, lower cost, less risk, less downtime, and more uptime. Contact Domino to see more, learn more, and do more.
As the label market evolves, change and challenges are imminent. To succeed, you need a solution based on a proven formula. Introducing the all-new HP Indigo V12 digital press. Now printing at speeds of 120 meters per minute, the Indigo V12 generates the earning power of multiple flexo presses. The V12 is equipped with 6 imaging engines. Each includes a digital plate, high-definition LED writing head, and 2 ink sources, accurately placing the image on one long blanket belt simultaneously. For faster, more accurate, versatile, and sustainable results. The new math of label printing. The HP Indigo V12 digital press.
जो भी आदमी सुबह टूथपेस्ट से लेके अगर वो कुछ भी प्रिंटेड चीज़ यूज़ कर रहा है तो लार्जली उसमें हमारा रोल होगा। घर पे दूध आ रहा है, घर पे नमक आ रहा है, बाजार में बच्चों के लिए नोटबुक लेनी है, क्या घर में कोई गुड्स आ रही है, फ्रिज आ रहा है, टीवी आ रहा है, एनीथिंग वी आर देयर। Creative Graph is a very responsible company. We abide by all the laws and also we have been taking a lot of measures to protect the environment. So the mission is to make it the biggest company, not in India, but one of the biggest company in the world. Vision is that we need to keep on investing in new technologies to keep on continuously improving ourselves for any process. for any manufacturing, we have to keep pushing the limits. So tech is a very, very important part. जो दिखता है आगे से, but पीछे is a chain of people. So we get a design file from the client, then we do all the pre-press. Then pre-press file goes to the production. Production, it is imaged on a CTP, and after that it goes for a UV light exposure. And then it goes for a processing, and after processing, few chemical treatments are done, and after that it's cut into pieces and sent to the client. Our basic principle is to be closer to the client, to give a better service and quality in time. We have a very strong employee base, we work as a family.
We started in 2016 with standard white self-adhesive labels. Soon we purchased our first Flexo press for full-color self-adhesive stock. We have been keeping eyes on the market and our customers' needs very carefully during all this time. As a result, in 2018 we purchased our first Mark Andy digital printing press devoted to label production. It was the beginning of our cooperation. Soon we will start the third complete production line, also manufactured and delivered by Mark Andy. Our customers need and expect lower runs, multi-versioning of the same label and extended embellishment options, while maintaining the highest quality of a final product. In 2021, we purchased the second Mark Andy printing press. This time, we choose a top-class digital series HD hybrid model. It was equipped in 6 flexo units, pull-off and printing on adhesive side. The investment enabled us responding to the customer's needs as it allows to manufacture high-quality premium labels, cardboard packaging, cosmetic pouches. However, we focus on full-color premium labels delivered to numerous customers representing the following markets: cosmetics, pharmacy, nutritional supplements, spirits and craft beers. Due to increasing number of customers and jobs, especially in premium area, it was inevitable to expand our production space.
The success of our customers gives the biggest satisfaction to our company. As a vendor of equipment, we naturally become a part of this success. We are convinced that a company with a clear idea and appropriate tools, as Mark Andy Presses in this case, is able to achieve a great success on such a difficult market. Success of our customers are top priority for us.
Welcome to the world of innovative, efficient engineering, where UV Graphics, a leading manufacturer of state-of-the-art printing and print finishing equipment. Founded by Abhay Datta, who has pioneered the flexographic and UV space in India for more than 3 decades. UV Graphic manufactures state-of-the-art machinery, including flexographic label, film, and carton presses, active hybrid LED, and arc UV systems, high-speed slitters with 100% defect detection systems, rotogravure, silk screen, and hot foil stamping machines, in mold, label printing and finishing machinery, and digital finishing equipment. It's our pleasure to showcase our latest Ultraflex UL4 twin servo presses, capable of printing flexible substrates from 12 microns to 400 GSM stock. With a quick change of glass technology, operators can change an 8-color job in under 5 minutes and achieve 100% register with less than 2 meters of waste, making it the fastest make-ready press in the market. Ultraflex presses also occupy the smallest floor space with no peripherals outside the press, which results in a clean working environment. All presses come with future-ready combo LED and arc lamp UV dyeing systems, which can be swapped in under 30 seconds, making it truly futuristic. A user-friendly graphic interface makes all operations easy and a pleasant experience for the press operator. Team UV Graphics is available amongst us and would be happy to answer your queries and take you through the innovation, efficient engineering experience.
watching the sponsors' videos, and this is very, very important because the sponsors also need their mileage for making this program such a successful program. Now, I would just like to felicitate all our sponsors. So I would request our Mr. Kuldeep Goyal to please come on stage and felicitate a few of our sponsors. Could I request the members from the Avery Dennison team to please come. Can I request the team SMI to please come up? Followed by Team DD Labels. Followed by Team Maxis. Followed by Team Cruise. Thank you, Kuldeep ji. Could I request Mr. Rajesh Chadda ji to please come up on the stage? Can I request Team Domino to please come up on the stage? Can I request Team Domino to please come up on stage? Team HP Technova. Team HP Technova, please. Can I request Team Capri to come up on stage? Request Team Creative Graphics to come up on stage. Can I request Team Weldon to come up on stage? Thank you, Mr. Chaddaji. Thank you very much. Can I call Mr. Manish Desai to please come up on stage? Can I request the Team Vic to come up on stage? Can I request Team Alluvia to come on stage? Can I request Team Policy to come on stage, please? Team FIG to come up on stage, please. UV graphics. Thank you, Manish Bhai. Thank you so much. Now I would request Mr. Sanjay Mehta, please come up on stage and propose a vote of thanks. And that is the only thing which is keeping us in between our food and drinks.
Dear esteemed panelists, sponsors and distinguished audience, as we draw the curtains of this engaging panel discussion, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to each of our panelists. Koil Bhadra of Loreal, Amit Sorkar of Marico, Sanjay Ghoshal of Diageo, Sainath Mani of Unilever, Yogesh Bambal of Mondelez, Prabir Das, and of course our respected moderator Harveer Sahni ji. We really appreciate that you took the time from your busy schedules to participate in this event. Your responses to our questions brought a rich tapestry of viewpoints, wisdom, and sparkling new ideas. It's the diversity and your industry-specific perspectives that will provide a direction to the way forward for the label converting industry. Your insights and thoughtful contributions have made this session truly memorable. In closing, we would also like to extend our deepest appreciation to our sponsors. Our platinum sponsor, Avery Dennison. Our diamond sponsors, SMI Jindal and DD Label. Our gold sponsors, Access and Coors. Our silver sponsors, Domino, Creative Graphics, Policy, HP, Weldon, Capri, UV Graphics, Eluvio, and Wink. We truly value the continuous support you keep providing us. A word of thanks to the tireless efforts of the LMAi team involved in this event. Harveer Sahni, Rajesh Nima, Sandeep Zaveri, Jaideep Singh, Sandhya Shetty, and of course the back-end pillar, Manish Panchal. Finally, it is you all, our fellow converters, for whom these events are specially curated, and would like to convey a special thank you for all of you for taking the time to attend today and making this event a huge success. Let us try to take the wisdom shared today beyond these walls and the learnings back to our work. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to unwind and network. Please make your way to the bar area, grab a drink, and engage in some informal conversations. Thank you once, all of you.